Good morning. This is Mamafox Books Storytime Saturdays. I'm children's author Phoebe Fox, and today you may want to grab a cup of hot cocoa, and if you have one, a candy cane, because we are going to read The Candy Cane Princess. This was written by J.S. Dwyer and illustrated by Michael Hale. The North Pole, home to Santa's magical elves and their busy workshops. One very hard-working elf was named Clara Catherine, but only Santa called her that. Everyone else just called her Cece. She was the chief candy cane chef at the North Pole. Cece loved candy canes more than anything. She loved candy canes so much her clothes were always red and white with stripes whenever possible. Even her skis and skates were made to look like candy canes. But Cece's most creative design was her bed with sheets that smelled like peppermint. Cece would make wreaths and stars out of candy canes. She would crush the candy and sprinkle it on cookies and cupcakes. Sometimes she would put two candy canes together and fill the inside with chocolate. And if she needed to talk to Santa, she would make his favorite, candy cane cocoa. As a large pot of cocoa began to warm, the smell of chocolate filled the air.
"Do I smell cocoa?"
asked Santa. "Ah, Santa, what a surprise," said Cece. "Would you like a cup?" Santa took a sip.
"Delicious as always. Clara Catherine, you make the best cocoa." "It's time to start making candy canes for Christmas," Santa added. "We're going to need a lot more this year, at least 1 billion. "No problem, Santa," said Cece. Cece wasted no time. She had a big order to fill and lots of work to do. She started by making a test batch for the elves to make sure the taste and quality were good. Her first delivery was to the toy workshop. The elves were busy making tiaras for the princess dolls. Cece's hands must have been sticky from the sugar. When she started to set the tray down, it fell. The candy canes flew off the tray. They hit the table and broke all over the tiaras. "Oh no," cried one of the elves. "The tiaras are ruined." Cece was so upset she ran out of the room in tears. But Roscoe, the chief toy designer, looked at the mess. "On the other hand," he said, "this might be a good accident." Roscoe had an idea. The next day, Santa called the elves together in the great hall. They had no idea what Santa wanted. Then Santa spoke. "Would Clara Catherine please come forward?"
"Oh my," thought Cece, "am I in trouble?" Her heart started to beat fast and loud. Her legs started to shake. "I didn't mean to drop the tray." Cece walked slowly up to Santa. Santa looked at Clara Catherine, and then he smiled.
"Ho, ho, ho, my magical elves! We have a fine example of teamwork."
Clara Catherine delivered a tray of candy canes to the toy workshop, but the tray fell and candy canes landed on the tiaras. The elves gasped.
"Roscoe and his helpers saw this accident as an opportunity," exclaimed Santa. "And this is what they made."
In Santa's hands was a beautiful tiara adorned with ruby red and ice crystals. Cece looked in amazement. It was absolutely magnificent. Santa looked at Cece again. Now what, she thought.
"As everyone knows, Clara Catherine loves candy canes. To reward her for her hard work and dedication, I proclaim that from this day and every Christmas season, Clara Catherine shall also be known as the Candy Cane Princess."
The elves cheered and clapped their hands. Roscoe thought a princess needed a proper dress, so he blew into a handful of magic elf dust. Cece's apron turned into an elegant princess gown. She was even more surprised than before. Now Cece looked and felt like a princess. She smiled as she twirled around and around with excitement. If only others could feel the way I feel right now, she thought. After a few moments, Cece tugged on Santa's sleeve. Santa bent down and she whispered in his ear.
Great idea,
Roared Santa.
The Candy Cane Princess would like to share her royal title. She would like everyone to know, if you love candy canes like Clara Catherine, you can be a candy cane princess too.
And so it was that one hardworking elf, who happened to love candy canes, made it possible for others to be a princess. A candy cane princess. The end. If you watch this video again, look for the mouse on every page. I hope you enjoyed this reading of The Candy Cane Princess. If you like this channel, please hit subscribe and then you'll know when there's a new Storytime Saturday. Merry Christmas!